Hello, and welcome back. I have been AFK up at my little spot for a while, and I have been able to get a number of sea lanterns from that. So if we swoop on down here, put down our ender chest. Uh, uh, there they are. Just about 22 stacks of sea lanterns. I think that'll be enough. I hope that'll be enough. And I mean, if it isn't, it's not like I don't have a spot to come back and grab some more. So, I think that means that we are ready to move on to big project number 2. Which you probably know what it is, because I probably put it in the thumbnail already. And the title. Yep. Let's go build a Dwarven Kingdom. Well, start a Dwarven Kingdom. It's definitely not going to take a single episode. I don't even know it. Yeah. Yeah. We'll be over at the Dwarven Kingdom for quite a while. But I think before I leave, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. And that thing I wanted to talk about is I did not pick this ocean monument because it was close to a shipwreck or because it was closest to our empire, wherever the empire is. I think it's that way, some behind me somewhere. I don't know. The reason why I picked this particular monument is actually because of, well, close to where those bamboo is. Close to where those bamboo are. English. Anyway, if I go over here, I think if I drop down right here. Yeah, this looks right. And I open up this. We are in a river. Now, if you know anything about rivers versus oceans in Minecraft, you might know where this is going. If you don't, I won't be surprised. I am surprised about this fact myself. Drowned. This here is going to be where we build a drowned farm eventually. I should say a naturally spawning drowned farm. Because I would like to have tridents at some point and nautilus shells at some point. That would be fun. Yeah. We may end up building a non-natural drowned farm over in the Dwarven Kingdom. I still haven't worked that out yet. But that would be mostly for copper and not for tridents and nautilus shells and all the other drops that drowns can have. So, I think that's about it. I am going to fly off to where I picked a spot for the dwarves, and I will bring you guys back in over there. Alright, I think this is the edge of where I want to put the Dwarven Kingdom. This is the ocean that goes all the way back to the ocean monument where we were. So, for reference. But if we fly up here and don't run out of rockets, we will see that this is the mountain that I want to put the Dwarven Kingdom underneath. So I'm just going to perch right here. Or perch down here, maybe. And I thought that was going to be powdered snow. Yeah, so this donut is kind of where I want to put the Dwarven Kingdom. But I'd like to put them under the donut, like way underground, like. I wouldn't mind seeing kind of a cool little village in here that's protected by the high sides of all the mountains. Hi, goat. But I think the majority of all of our builds are going to be underground for the Dwarven Kingdom, because Dwarven Kingdom. So, I got some more rockets, so if we head this way, hello, snow, there is a outpost over here. I don't have plans per se for the outpost. Maybe in the future, I'm not sure. But over here, there's this little ravine type thing. Go away. Okay, now that there isn't a creeper or rain, I can continue. There is this little aqueduct, I think they're called, here. And I did a little bit of scouting before I picked this spot. And if I'm able to clear this entire aqueduct, it's just this little tiny area, so back to there. Then I think we'll have a pretty straight shot down to where I want to actually build the Dwarven Kingdom. So I pulled out my sponges. I only have 40. We'll see if this is enough. Okay, so I got all my sponges back. So I think what I'm going to do is this here's our entrance. I'm gonna break this out here. All right, so I'll be able to jump from there to there, but no mobs will be able to come in. Then we'll just light it up in here a little bit. I think I want to punch out this back wall. I think that's the wall that I need to go through. So let's do this. Then I think if I, yeah. You guys see this big cavern in here? Let's go for a ride. Up. And down here I think is where we're going to put our Dwarven Kingdom. And up here there's this little tiny lush cave. And then over here, I think this is where we're going to put our portal. So I'm thinking portal here. I'm talking. Thanks. So portal here, and then we're going to have like our farming area, growing, you know, green stuff over here. Boom. Okay. And then there's a ton of mobs around here. We need to start lighting this up. So growing area over here. I would like to put our tree farm down here, and that's kind of the reason why we're here. Is I want an automatic crimson stem farm so that I can continue building the empire with the crimson planks and the crimson logs and all of that. I have a couple more builds in mind for the empire that require a fair amount of crimson stem. And, well, it's very, very tedious to do it by hand. And I don't want to do that anymore. So, yeah, we're going to build a machine to do it. And that's kind of the main, like, theme, I guess I'm going to go for with all of the builds that we're going to put here in. That's going to be the main theme that we're going to go for here in the Dwarven Kingdom. Machines or contraptions or any, you know, farm or build that's going to be too big and won't work as a tower over in the empire. So things like a big tree farm. I'm thinking like a lava farm and maybe like a giant automatic super smelter back there. I think that'll look pretty cool. Where was it? I think it's over this direction. There's a couple of this. Oh, that's a creeper. This side here, maybe somewhere over there. Yeah, I think it's over here. This area here. I think this will be a really good spot for maybe a moss farm. Those are usually pretty flat and pretty wide, so it wouldn't work in the base of a tower. So, you know, farms like that. So, where does that leave us for today? I'm gonna get attacked here, aren't I? Yep. So where does that leave us for today? Well, I think I would like to run around and start lighting this place up. In my ender chest, I brought a bunch of coal. Yes, here it is. I brought a bunch of coal. So I'll grab that. I will grab sticks from my log chest. And I will start running around lighting this entire cave up. And then I think the other thing that I'm going to show you before I start running off to do that would be, I think we're going to build a storage room here, since I think we're going to, oh, sorry. Pindar got distracted, very distracted. Coal. I will need that in this area. Anyway, over here, there's this cool little alleyway down here, is it? Maybe. I think this is it. Maybe not. Yeah. I think this is where I'm going to put my storage room. So we're going to put my storage room back here. We're going to have to light this all up. Yeah, so we're going to have a storage room over here while we work on all of the different builds down here in the Dwarven Kingdom. Did you hit me before? You must have hit me before you died. So yeah, lots of cave clearing, lighting up, a lot of getting ready for some pretty cool builds, some pretty cool farms. Now that we have a decent section of the cave down here lit up, I figured we would make a way back down here, where I think we're going to set up our storage room. And I had the idea of making some signs. All right, so I think this guy we are going to remove. I want to remove this entire pillar. Remove. All right. So that. I think this over here, maybe we have a chest area. And then, I don't know, maybe this would be just like a work area. And then I need a to-do wall. Okay, so to-do. So one of the big things I want to do in the Dwarven Kingdom, and this to-do is for the entire Dwarven Kingdom, not just our storage and workroom down here. So we want a crimson stem farm. Let's see here. That should be all right. We will want a blast chamber. So our crimson stem farm, that's just going to get us all of the logs. And then we're going to feed all of the logs into a blast chamber, and that's how we're going to be able to, pick them up and carry them around. We are going to have a universal, well, maybe I'll call it an overworld tree farm. And that's going to be a similar design as the Crimson Stem Farm, and that's going to feed into the blast chamber. I will probably end up building the overworld tree farm first, because the Crimson Stem Farm is essentially the overworld tree farm, just adjusted a little bit. So those are kind of big priorities. I also want I'm going to put it over here. I want an ice farm. We may end up getting to the ice farm before these chambers, mostly because, well, I want a lot of ice for a project that is not here in the kingdom, in the Dwarven Kingdom, or in the Empire. Yeah. So a little sneak peek there. So ice farm, and I need a lot of it, and I want a fair amount of blue ice too, and packed ice, which means I need just an absolute ton of ice. So yeah, the sooner we get that up, the more I can continue harvesting it, and the faster that project's gonna go. So yeah, we'll get that one set up pretty quick. All right. I also want like a let's call it a growing area. That's probably going to be directly up top where all of that the moss is, where that little tiny lush cave is. So we're gonna have a growing area, and that's gonna be, we're gonna put like potatoes and carrots and wheat and like actual farming areas over there. That's kind of my idea. Let's see here. I want a amethyst farm. I'd like to make that a piston-based automatic type amethyst farm. So that'll kind of fit in with this theme over here, with having a lot of farms that don't fit in a tower or are loud or use TNT. So amethyst farm. And then I would like I'm gonna probably call it a potion alley. Specifically like night vision, speed potions. I think that'll be pretty good. What else do I want here? I'm gonna put it down here. I want a copper farm of some sort. I'm just gonna put eventually, because I don't know if I'm gonna fit that here in the kingdom. Yeah, I don't have a great design for a copper farm at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of great designs out there. I've seen a bunch of them. I just don't know which one I want to go with. Yeah. Nether. So I do want a couple of farms in the Nether that is going to be kind of themed to the Dwarven Kingdom. They might not be directly on the outside of our portal, but it's going to be Nether themed, or it's going to be Dwarven Kingdom themed wherever we build them in the Nether. And one of them is going to be the Withers Skelly farm. So that's what we've already kind of started working on, with putting on the iron pressure plates on the Nether fortress. And then in that same biome, I think I do want to have a ghast farm. The ghast farm is probably going to be on the Nether roof. And that's probably just going to be a portal design. I think those are still going to work. So yeah. Those are going to be the two main Nether farms for the dwarves. I may end up doing something else there, but we'll see. Well, and then I guess Nether tunnels. I do want to come up with a Nether tunnel design that we can use between here and the Ocean Monument and the Empire and Spawn, wherever those locations actually are. So yeah, I would like to have another tunnel, and then I can fly around there a lot easier. Then this last one I will put here. Another portal. So this is going to be our overworld Nether portal. I would like to do this episode yet. I almost forgot. I would like a moss/bone meal farm. Our tree farms, so both of these farms are going to use a lot of bone meal. So it would be good if we didn't have to run all the way back to the Empire, grab all of the bones from our mob farm there and run them all the way back. If we can just have a source of bone meal here, that would be really good. And then I would like to have a dripstone farm as well here. I think that would be pretty good too. So yeah, this is kind of our to-do board. There's a lot here, and we will probably not finish all of this before we head back to the Empire and continue working over there. Mostly we want to make sure that we get the Crimson Stem farm finished before we head back over there. All right, before I get too far along with my to-do list and plans that we have for the Dwarven Kingdom here, I should say that there are going to be farms that we build in both the Empire and the Dwarven Kingdom. Like the potion, you can't really see it over there. Like our potion alley, we're going to build that same potion brewer setup that we have over in the Empire in the Dwarven Kingdom as well. But the idea is going to be that each area, so the Empire and the Dwarven Kingdom as two separate areas, each of them are going to be self-sufficient. So I should be able to make or build or get any of the resources that I need in either location. So, for example, if I need more night vision potions, like with the potion alley that I have, I want to be able to get them in both locations. But if I need like a full shulker of fire resistance, maybe I'll just go back to the Empire and grab that versus, having a full potion set up for every single potion in the Dwarven Kingdom as well as the Empire. And, likewise, we're going to set up, we are going to set up a lava farm in the Dwarven Kingdom. So, I do want to have a small lava farm set up in the Empire, but it won't be nearly as big and industrial and, our main lava farm is going to be here in the Dwarven Kingdom. So, yeah. With that being said, I think that will encourage me to kind of bounce back and forth between the two different empires. Well, kingdoms, nations, locations, areas, words. So, if you've really been liking the stuff that I've been doing in the Empire, don't worry, we will be back. If you guys start really liking the stuff that we're doing here in the Dwarven Kingdom, well, we'll be sure to be bouncing back and forth between the Dwarven Kingdom and the Empire and any of the other locations like the Ocean Monument that we just built. I have no idea if it's that way or that way. Or that way. Or that way. Yeah, being underground means I have no idea which way it is. Anyway. So, yeah. I'm super excited to get started on the Dwarven Kingdom. And clearly, we have one or two areas and farms and builds to work on. So that brings me up with one more thing. Easy way down to the storage area. Yeah, I don't want to have to walk all the way through that little twisting back and forth cave all the time. So I think I'm going to try to figure out a way to poke a hole somewhere down here so I can just take a staircase all the way back up. Yep. I don't have the blocks that I need to finish up the storage room down here for what I want. So I think I'm gonna end up heading back to the Empire. But don't necessarily want to fly through the overworld all the time. So let's go ahead and build the portal here. The dwarves are a much younger kingdom than the Empire, and as such, they had to build their own portal themselves. The event didn't turn a teleportation pad into a portal, so that's what I'm building here. We are building what the dwarves ended up, well, they had help creating this portal, but this is their entrance into the Nether and the transportation highway that kind of becomes in Minecraft. Originally, the dwarves were a nomadic or a shepherd type society. And then when the event happened around that time, they were all scattered all over the hills and the mountains and the plains. And they ended up being kind of pushed back to this to the donut that we found here in the mountain range, and ended up going underground and becoming the stereotypical dwarves that we know. So that's why they are a much younger race or society or kingdom than the Empire. I unfortunately ran out of time to build the storage room down there, but we did get our portal built here in the Dwarven Kingdom, and all that's left is to, to go and light it. So, there we are. Dwarven portal is built. So, I think I will go ahead and start building the storage room down there, and I will show you guys what progress I have next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.